Hello there, everybody. It's your host Perry Lasmirs, guys, and well, this is everybody right here, the 9th episode of Perry Reacts, everybody. As you can see, we reacted to many popular and sub-popular YouTube channel guys, and currently dominating the YouTube industry, guys. So yeah, guys. Hey guys, today's video, guys, we're gonna react to. I remember that I told you guys we were reacting to Jacksepticeye last time. Well, I hate to say this, but the episode has been cancelled, guys. So I'm so sorry about that. But we have a different episode, guys. Basically, we're gonna react to this channel, which is called NFKRZ, guys. Basically, everybody, it's another one. He's a Russian YouTuber, just like Lafa Boris is. But this time he talks about real actual stuff. And the first video is in react to. He says that he tried to get rid of his Russian accent, guys. So anyways, let's watch the video right now.
Hello Blazers, it is I, Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian, and in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about something very fun and something that I'm very passionate about: languages. Now, as you guys might have noticed over the years, my English is pretty good. Just wanted to compliment myself because no one else will, I guess. I like to think that my pronunciation is actually pretty decent compared to a lot of Russians, compared to most Russians, actually.
How are you? Andrei.
And my accent is certainly there, but it's not that big of a problem. However, the Russian accent in English is actually a big problem for a lot of Russians. Just take this classic sketch from a Russian kids TV show called Yaralash.
Every morning I usually get up
and now he's just stereotyping everybody. Believe me, guys, he's actually stereotyping.
Then I have breakfast and go to school.
No, don't find this funny, guys, because this is the accent.
Галкин, ты старательный мальчик, Галкин, старательный, и я ценю твое усердие, но произношение нужно говорить так, как будто во рту у тебя горячая картошка, горячая. Hot.
Hot? I went to the kitchen and
oh yeah, guys, and also one thing he also said that, but it's like a Russian like thing. Believe me, guys, even like everybody, it's truly one of the most.
Good morning, Larissa Viktorovna. I'm sorry. I'm late. The traffic is terrible.
Галкин, какое произношение.
Oh my god. Believe me,
those are the
it's like a
lengths kids
multilingual
will go
show,
to in order to speak a perfect English received pronunciation
Seems
accent.
like
Like a school in Belarus to me because of all the potatoes, but whatever. And you
believe me, guys, they just saw him, like, he ate that potato, he ate like a really boiling one, he ate it, yeah, and he just spoke normally, guys. I bet it was just, stereotypes, guys.
You guys might find this unbelievable, but as a native Russian speaker, I've also ran into a lot of problems when learning English, and a lot of things I actually struggled with.
That's what pisses me off about all of these videos. Just a tiny bit overused. This has been filmed in one day. Let's just proceed further. But the thing he did at the end, it's very, oh my fucking.
So, in order to improve their accent in English, a lot of Russians like to watch videos that teach them how to basically stop speaking with a Russian accent in English. You see, guys, Russia definitely is a whole entire different world. You guys in America probably think the Russian accent is so cool when you watch YouTube tutorials on how to do a Russian accent and speak like this. Natasha, give me some vodka. Shit like that. But what Russians do is that they instead watch tutorials that will help them to stop speaking like this all the time, because this is stupid as hell. So today's video, guys, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to watch a couple of YouTube tutorials made by Russian YouTubers that help you to basically stop speaking with a Russian accent in English, and maybe by the end of this video you guys actually going to be able to understand me without subtitles. How about that? Let's get into this. What a lot of people say to me is that at this point I don't even have a Russian accent in my English speech. My English is just like a weird mix of American English, British English, then some maybe Russian sounds, like occasionally I would say something like he, he's instead of his, he, He. I'm always like, Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. How could I say that? But yeah, let's react to it and check it out.
Okay, right.
Today, millions of people want to learn or improve their...
I'm sorry, like, I don't want to diss the guy. He's already doing better than 60% of Russians, but call me like a condensate and cunt or whatever, but like, I'm sorry, I just cannot keep a straight face.
Today, millions of people want to learn or improve their English, but it's difficult to find the best method.
I mean, come on, he's smiling as well, right? I'm not the only asshole here.
Первое слово. Когда мы в английском языке делаем звук Т или Д, это вообще самый опасный звук из всех, потому что они есть тоже в русском языке, поэтому ты, хочешь...
That's very true in Russian. You can hear.
Well, he's basically saying how the tongue tip is in a different position when you're supposed to say, like the word today, you're not supposed to say today, Because when you say t in Russian, your tongue is pretty much touching your frontal teeth at this point. And again, I would say that I put even different, more weirder spin on it. So I would say today. I say stuff like today, whatever. For some reason in English, I've come to the point where I just don't say the letter D. Or the letter T. You heard that? I don't say letter today. Letter. Maybe I'm just trying so hard to speak like a native speaker that actually leads me to butchering words that I would otherwise pronounce completely fine.
Don't feel bad about it,
I'm
dude.
just a dumbass.
Want to learn.
Want to learn.
Смотри.
Сразу вопрос. А вот я не очень театрально звучу. Мне всегда, когда я, мне кажется, что когда я пытаюсь говорить очень там четко по-английски с акцентом нормальным, мне кажется, как театрально.
Это у всех так. Это так у всех, это абсолютно нормально. Потому что в русском языке мы так не разговариваем примерно вот так вот, поэтому... В английском языке это кажется странным, но это абсолютно нормально.
You see, he actually gives some good tips.
Oh, yeah, that is
in order
true.
to speak
That's
good
a really
English
good tip.
with a good accent in English, I would honestly just advise you guys to not try, okay? I speak better English when I'm not enunciating shit, okay? That's a fact. English speakers are just lazy, I think. You guys don't pronounce anything, especially in American English. Something like the word letter again, right? That's a good example. Americans would say letter, and I would say that as well, because they just can't be asked.
Want to learn.
Actually at this point, I would say I want to learn. It's hard for me to bring hard. You heard that?
Yeah.
God damn it. It's hard for me
Don't
to
worry,
bring
dude,
myself
you're
to
just
say
learning.
I want to learn. Because actually, I would usually just say I want to learn. I'm such a weeaboo for America. This is just ridiculous.
Leave for
But it
America.
is difficult to find the best method.
Супер.
My man killed it! He killed it! You see, again, I'm weird, my accent is weird, so the way I would read it is, today millions of people want to learn or improve their English, but it is difficult to find the best method. I don't even say, but it is. I say, but it is. But it is. Maybe that's why I sound so weird, I don't know, I just can't quite pinpoint it.
It's better to study in Britain or America or to study in your own country.
Country, Jesus, that's so Russian. Who says country? Nobody does. I'm from Scotland. Come to me, who is Scotland's the greatest country? That's probably the worst Scottish accent
Yeah,
ever.
yeah,
Who
that's
says
all-
shit
yeah, I
like that?
agree,
Only
those are the
Russians
worst.
do.
To study.
To study.
Yeah, that's what I do as well. I just say study. I didn't even say study. I just say study. At this point, I'm just saying the word
Study.
study, which is old in Russian. Is it better to study in Britain or
Study.
America to study? Oh, you see? You heard that? That right there is my issue. I mix up the English and the American accent. So I just said in Britain or America. You don't get to choose, right? It's either, is it better to study in Britain or America, or to study in your own country? Or you say, is it better to study in Britain or America, or to study in your own country, right? People just don't speak like that, okay? And I think this
Costa,
is actually
people don't
the
speak
biggest
like
thing
that.
that those
It's
people
common
love
sense.
when they listen to me speak. Because it mixes things up, and it's very, very hard. It's a big problem for me. For example, I know that I like to say can't instead of can, but then I would never say something like, I can't do that, I say I can't do that. So I say can't, but then I say can. Where's the logic? Once again, I'm a dumb.
Если первый звук следующего слова согласный звук, мы произносим это слово как the.
Да.
Если он гласный, как в этом случае, то это the.
The.
The advantage.
Oh yeah, I don't even
Yeah,
think
that is
about that
true, though.
honestly,
That is
because
true.
I think
That is so
actually
true.
this is one thing that I have on deck in English is my article game is really good. Most Russian people that I know that are also very good at English, they still have a lot of trouble actually choosing whether they need to use the or a or an or just no article at all. I just don't really seem to have a problem with that at all. Look at how smart I am, guys. Especially
Yeah,
for
you're
this
getting really
video.
smart, bro.
Сначала скажу, как ты говоришь, а потом как я. Going.
Вау. То есть надо как бы going.
Это go. Ты же не говоришь
Go.
going. Это go.
First of all, who wrote this sentence, okay? Firstly, you'll be able to
Thank you
listen
for
to the
translating very
language
well
all the
that
time
sentence.
you are in the country. It sounds like a sentence Borat would make up. All the
Borat.
time you are in the country? It's just weird. Alright, I also wanted to check out another video from this channel, which is about English words that are very hard to pronounce for Russian speakers. So let's check it out and see if I'm gonna smash it, like I always do. That hurt, by the way. Shit.
Don't worry, bro.
Читайте
It's
его
fine.
сейчас.
Clothes.
Итак, оно произносится вот так вот. Clothes.
I was kind of in my British mode on that one, wasn't I? Class. Gorgeous. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a pass on that one. I think I got that one.
Давайте вот сюда.
Etc. Etc.
Это
Etc.
переводится как «и так далее». Да. А носители языка произносят его почему-то, некоторые, не все, конечно же, но произносят его как etc. Как будто там есть
Etc.
Etc. Okay,
Oh,
I see.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Well, that's
what
just
you-
like
and, like, has
Ebonics,
that- the
isn't it?
accent.
When people say "ask me a question," stuff like that, I get
As
it.
in,
But yeah,
like,
etc.
as in, like,
is
gives
a
in, like,
Latin
you
phrase,
say,
so big brain.
Apart from that, and from the word etc. You can, like, you know, even though there's no X, you must add an X to it to make it sound fluent.
Guys, big brain.
Номер 4.
Architecture.
Читайте.
Architecture.
Yeah, architecture.
Сочетание букв CH здесь дает нам звук К. Это не дает нам звук Х, это не дает нам звук Ч.
If somebody pulls up to me and says architecture or architecture, bruh, I'm pulling up with a strap. You're capping big time.
Yeah,
Как произносится это слово?
Often.
Поехали.
Often.
it's often you
Often.
pronounce the T.
Ваша учительница в школе вам сказала, что это слово произносится как often. Вы ей поверили, вы так говорите, да? И все, кто говорят often, вы говорите, эй, йоу, это неправильно, не говори так. Я говорю often, но еще иногда я говорю often.
That's just a British thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
To say often.
Yeah, it's a
I
British
mean,
thing,
bruh,
mate.
you corny as hell if you say often. I don't care. If you say often, you corny.
А вот это слово, скажите.
Either. Well, yeah, of course, yeah. This is again a thing of British versus, and this is as well a thing that I struggle with is that I have no consistency regarding this. Sometimes I would say either, sometimes I would say either. And I just can't pick one. They're just both so great that I just keep saying both all the time and I just mess them up. I'm an idiot. Maybe that is why my accent is so weird. I just keep messing up the accents and it just creates this thing that people just can't take me seriously. I don't know, dude. It's just one of these words. Like, English has no rules anyway, so like you guys just don't know how to say anything in your own language. So yeah, guys, I guess we've taken a look at some videos that teach us Russian speakers. I'm realizing I'm not speaking to Russian speakers right now mostly, but that teaches me how to speak properly in the English language. Hopefully my accent has already improved since this video started.
Bro, your accent
out.
already
I'm really
improved.
feeling the improvements right here, and I think it was a fun time checking out some of these videos. And as well, guys, I want you to write your feedback down in the comments of this video below. What you think of my accent, and is it actually that bad? Is it good? Is there something in particular that you have noticed about my accent maybe that I need to work on? And then I'll improve it and I'll go into witness protection and immigrate to America and seek asylum. And, you know, nobody would ever know that I was Russian at one point, that I actually was born in Russia. So that's the plan. Yeah, guys, on a serious note though, if you guys did enjoy this video today, if you guys did like it, please make sure to smash the motherfucking like button in it. And as well, guys, make sure to go over down in the description to my Patreon link. Please support it. It helps me out a lot with YouTube and with all the demonetization going on and stuff like that. So I really appreciate all the people that help me out on Patreon. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Alright, everybody. That was the one where he tried to get rid of his Russian accent. Well, it kind of miserably failed, guys. But don't worry. But he seemed to get the hang of it right now. Alrighty, guys, that was the first video we just directed through, and stay tuned for the next video, guys, after the break. Alrighty, here, everybody. Welcome back to the show, guys. If you're just probably wondering, if you just recently joined us, guys, well, guys, we just reacted to Roman, guys. As in, like, it's pretty hard to pronounce his YouTube name, guys, but in the first video, guys, we reacted to is that he tried to get rid of his Russian accent, guys, whenever he's speaking English, but that probably wrong, but he does have the hang of it, guys. Anyways, guys, we're on to here on the next video, guys, and this time, guys, is about Russia. It's about Russia, as in, like, you know, everything about Russian culture, guys. And this one, he tells you like Russia has a fake Nintendo system. And anyways, guys, let's go watch it right now. Sorry about my voice, guys.
If you care about video games at all, then you can probably name most of the great consoles of the past
Yeah,
years.
Mario.
The PlayStation 1 and 2, the Super Nintendo, the Genesis,
The Xbox.
Atari 2600, the NES, and so on. These consoles seem like second nature at this point. They've always been there. Pretty much every kid that grew up in the US or Western Europe of the 90s remembers the golden age of gaming, when Nintendo and Sega threw it down in an epic console battle of the NES and Super Nintendo against the Genesis. That is what gaming in the 90s was. However, most people don't really think about what gaming in the 90s was like for people on the opposite end of the world. The 1990s were a pretty regular decade for the West, but for the East it was an age of political and economic turmoil. The Soviet Union has just collapsed, making Russia a newly created capitalist country whose newfound free market was unregulated, undiscovered yet by most Western brands and companies, and full of counterfeit and fake consumer goods. The same things were happening in many other ex-Eastern Bloc countries like Poland, Hungary, the Baltic states and more, who were only just beginning their new life devoid of the communist influence. Naturally, the gaming markets in these new capitalist countries was not a thing. Don't get me wrong, video games did exist in the Soviet Union, but these were mainly arcade machines. The console market did not exist in the USSR at all. However, when the Iron Curtain collapsed in 1991, certain smart individuals realized that they could make some good money by buying counterfeit consoles and pirated game cartridges from Asian countries, rebranding them, and then selling them on the Russian markets. This was the birth of a console called Dendy. The fake NES that was so popular in Russia that it sold millions, had its own TV show, and even was sort of approved by Nintendo itself, despite giving them zero profit. In today's video, we're going to go over the history of the fake Russian console and test it out for ourselves. Yes, I've bought one specifically for this video. Yes, they're still making these. Anyway, join me in this video where we are going to learn the story behind Dendy, the fake Russian Nintendo console.
It's gonna be a bootleg of Dendy.
The 1990s in Russia was a quite unique period of time. An incredible amount of people got very rich very quick by either seizing control of the country's resources and industries or creating some sort of business by basically reselling or copying foreign goods that were not yet available on the Russian markets. This is exactly what happened in the case of Dendy. The console was created in 1992 by an IT company called Stipler, founded in 1991 by a few Moscow computer science graduates. The company did all sorts of work, including creating Russian versions of Windows, as well as some government work. Stipler developed automated network systems for Russian banks and a state Duma. The company also became HP's official distributor in Russia, selling their laser printers. In 1992, Viktor Savyuk, a Moscow programmer and tech salesman, had learned about the existence of such a thing as the Nintendo Entertainment System, the popularity of which in the West struck him and left him with a question.
Guys, Nintendo is one of the best consoles to ever exist.
Play this console. 1992 was also the time when the 8-bit era had already come to an end in the West, with the 16-bit Genesis and Super Nintendo being all the rage. During this time, a large new industry of counterfeit consoles had emerged in Taiwan. Many Taiwanese companies produced all kinds of Famicom replicas, as the console was outdated at that point and the hardware for it became dirt cheap. Savyuk had a brilliant idea of buying these consoles from Taiwan and selling them in Russia. He proposed the idea to a few IT companies, and Stipler was the one that got interested. Savyuk joined Stipler and started contacting various Taiwanese manufacturers with the offer of a partnership. The first company to respond and send Stipler a prototype was TXC, which manufactured the console called the Micro Genius, which was a complete replica of Nintendo's Famicom, which is what the NES was called in Japan. A few years down the line, these fake consoles became widespread in other developing countries, such as the nations of the Middle East, South America, Eastern Europe, and more. In Poland, Czechia, and Serbia, the Micro Genius was sold under the Pegasus brand. Savyuk also wanted to create a completely new brand and not just sell consoles under the Micro Genius name. As a result of brainstorming, the Stipler team came up with the name Dendy, choosing the happy-looking elephant as the console's mascot. Stipler came up with an advertising campaign, had a jingle created, and came up with a slogan: "Everybody's playing." Stipler ordered the first batch of 10,000 consoles and decided to sell them for about $80 each. The consoles bought from Taiwan only cost about $15 each, so the profits were supposed to be incredible. Stipler had partnered with a store located in the center of Moscow to sell the first batch of consoles in December. After a massive advertising campaign and due to the good timing of the upcoming New Year's holiday season, Dendy immediately became a hit. During the first sales day, the console made over 1 million rubles, which exceeded
1 million rubles, everybody.
The console
money
sold
in that
well,
money
but
would
they
be
did not
lost.
sell well enough due to the high price of the system. It turns out that the Taiwanese manufacturer sold Steepler an older Famicom replica that was more expensive in production. The Russians, in return, started buying both the new cheaper replica and the older one, creating two different Dandy models on the Russian market: the cheaper Dandy Junior and the more expensive Dandy Classic, which was advertised as a more premium model. Basically, all I'm trying to say is that Microsoft and Sony with their Pro versions are stealing everything from Russia, you guys. This exact business move of creating a cheaper Dandy Junior model is what started the Dandy craze in Russia. The Dandy Junior started selling like hotcakes due to the lower price and became the most widespread iteration of the fake console in Russia to this day. In 1993, the profits from Dandy had reached tens of millions of dollars. Steepler had decided to promote the Dandy brand even further. The first step was the creation of a gaming magazine called Video As Dandy,
What?
which was pretty much essentially the Russian Nintendo Power. The name of the magazine was later changed to Veliki Drakon, and the magazine became quite successful and continued to be issued even when the Dandy brand itself had ceased to exist. I guess all this success can be attributed to the name change. I mean, what was that name about
What?
anyway?
Seriously?
The second step to promote the Dandy brand was the creation of a TV show. A new show called Dandy, A New Reality, was broadcasted on ORT, Russia's main and most popular TV channel at the time. Steepler was able to get their show to be broadcasted during prime time, thanks to their connections in the television industry. The host of the show was also a perfect fit. Dandy, A New Reality was hosted by Sergei Suponyev, a now late Russian TV personality who had previously hosted massively popular kids shows and was adored by the Russian youth. As a result, when kids saw that Suponyev is hosting a TV show where he discusses, plays, and promotes video games and the Steepler brand, all of them immediately wanted to get themselves a Dandy console.
Водка плохо. Супер Нинтендо хорошо.
All of this made Dandy a
See,
smash
that's what I'm
hit
talking
in
about.
Russia, selling millions upon millions of consoles. The success of Steepler, of course, did not go unnoticed by Nintendo themselves. However, before we talk about how Steepler dealt with Nintendo, let's check out the console ourselves, shall we? You see guys, it's kinda hard to come by a classic Dandy nowadays. There are a ton of cheap Famicom replicas in pretty much every single computer store in Russia. These things are still being made and they come in all shapes and sizes. Some of them look like the Famicom, some of them look like the NES, some of them look like the Sega Genesis or even the PlayStation, and some of them just look like whatever. The controllers also come in all shapes and sizes, seemingly copying every single console in existence. Alright guys, we've seen where Dandy has been, now we're gonna take a look at where Dandy is headed. What I got right here is a beautiful legendary console called the Hemi 4. So yeah, this thing I have right here is not actually just a Famiclone, it's an advanced Famiclone because it also includes the hardware of the Genesis inside it, and it can play both Genesis and NES games, or Famicom games, which is
he said
insane.
the true,
This console
but
is
still
basically
bootleg,
plug and
guys.
play, so you cannot actually insert any cartridges inside of it. However, this console has 350 pre-installed games, so apparently this console has 190 16-bit games and 160 8-bit games. This console costs $35 and it comes with a composite cable and two controllers, which are very Mega Drive looking. And the controllers actually have pretty good quality, I was surprised. The buttons actually feel pretty good to click and press on. God guys, this is such a Scott the Was video right now, this is crazy.
Wow, guys, so this is literally what I'm doing now. I'm sitting in front of a TV on a couch with a retro console in my hand, talking about retro video games. You know, I started out my entire YouTube life by watching AVGN, and I guess now it's finally coming back. It's coming full circle. So yeah, guys, the thing is, yes, this is a modern invention, okay? This is not an OG sort of Dandy. It doesn't even look like it. Doesn't even look like a Famicom or anything. You see, guys, I could have got one of these Micro Genius Famiclones, but those are...
And we shall stop right there, everybody. And we shall stop right there, everybody, because I think the video is gonna take way too long, guys. But you do get the gist, as in like Dandy. It's one of the most popular Russian video games, guys, in video game consoles, guys. As in like it's obviously a bootleg of the Nintendo games. Yeah, it was the Russian youth heavily endorsed it when they're popular TV host. He was representing it. As anyways, guys, this wraps today's episode, and stay tuned, guys, for the next episode. Everybody, Filthy Frank's second channel, Too Damn Filthy, guys, and we shall see you all after this. So right now, guys, I'll see you to the next episode.